Yeah.
This is like a big deal.
Yeah.
Because this is going to open up the keys to the kingdom.
This is worth our agreement.
To this. Should have brought a little yoga mat or something for you there, Warren.
I wasn't anticipating on doing this, but you know what? The mood just struck me, so I decided I would go with it.
Keep it fresh, a new angle.
Yeah, might as well.
There's a book called The Time Trap. You read it?
Mm-mm.
Go read it. It'll change your life.
Okay.
I resisted reading this book for a super long time. John mentions it literally every time I see him.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of really critical leadership and management lessons in there.
Okay.
But one of them is around the idea of prioritization.
Okay.
And action against priorities. Do not do the next one until the first one is done.
Oh, okay.
So what I would love for you to be able to have, here's what your homework is going to be for this week.
Yeah.
I want you to have Jason Meyer's list of how to determine what to work on in this minute. I can tell you mine. Yours is going to be similar but different.
Okay.
What do I need to do right this second? So you come back from being sick.
Mm-hmm.
What do I need to do right now? How do I triage the 1,000 things I could do into the one thing I am going to do?
Okay.
And it's a hierarchy. And so mine is, number one is there something scheduled? Because I have frameworks around, nothing gets scheduled unless I know it's absolutely something that should be scheduled for me. Is there any emergency tech support that I must handle?
Sure.
That my team can't, been escalated to me, Johnny's sick, Everett's gone, whatever it is.
Yep.
This is a primary functional category for my company.
Yep.
This must happen.
Okay.
3, is anyone on my team dependent? Because they need an answer, they need me to solve a problem.
Right.
They're literally, I've committed to do work.
Okay.
That happens next.
Okay.
4, and I think this applies to you.
Yep.
Is there anyone on the team who needs help with mindset?
Sure.
If my players aren't in the game,
Yep.
I need to get them in the game.
You bet.
Okay? 5, in my case, sales.
Mm-hmm.
If all of those are check marks,
Yep.
I'm working on my number one priority. So I have this on a dashboard in Jarvis. I have my own dashboard in Jarvis. It's just a page that I go to.
Yep.
That it's like, Alexander, what are the 4 things you need to look at in order to determine your priorities?
Yep.
And then how do you triage them into what you're going to do right now?
Right.
And I literally look at it and remind myself.
Right, because this will seem more doable
If
and
it's
we'll
one
be
thing
more
at a time.
open to it if we can all walk away next Thursday with our list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because goal overrun is a real thing.
100%.
It's huge.
And I sense it, right? And it's like, which direction am I supposed to go right now?
Because they're thinking, I've already got a whole job, and you want me to do 5 more things?
Right.
And your answer is no.
Okay.
I want you to do your job,
Yep.
and then in any moment when you've done your job,
Yep.
I want you doing one thing.
Did you say to your team, go tell me what your KPI is? Or did you work hand in hand with them to develop a KPI?
It's a bit of a back and forth. I can't tell you I'm clear on my KPIs for my team.
Right, okay.
They kind of
But the key is to start, to get something
to just get something down.
Right.
Like, I'm not attached to being right with my KPI, and I'm happy to fish a KPI out and then see if it actually modifies behavior or not.
Okay.
If people aren't reacting to it with their behaviors, then it means it's not meaningful to them. So, for example, we've tried to give Alexander lots of KPIs over time, but I've never had a quota that I knew was built on sound data. So I always knew the quota was bullshit. Right?
Yep.
But I now have a quota I know is linked to my financial system and my infrastructure that I've built, that I see, that I know works,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I now have a quota I know is real.
Yeah.
My behavior's changed.
No, this helps already. Like, looking at it from a space of, does it modify behavior and is it real? Like, does the person know that this is having an impact on the business?
And beyond
Right.
knowing, because knowing is
Yeah.
like a conscious thing,
Okay.
and you can try to convince consciously your subconscious of all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
The question is actually, does their subconscious automatically computate it as true?
Okay.
Can they see that path through the forest, or are they just trying to convince themselves in blind faith that you say there's a path?
Right.
If people don't see it as real, they don't do it, no matter how much they try to convince themselves and you.
Right.
Nice look, buddy. You're looking sharp, dude.
Thank you.
Younger and shit, I guess. Anyway,
Shade.
In the arms of the angel.
Last week we talked about us kind of morphing our services to the client that's leaving at the end of the month to present them with a new offering that keeps us around.
That's more like advisory, right?
Yeah.
Oversight.
So my question is, how would I best present that new offering to the client?
Just call them up and be like, I want to serve you.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're manipulating. You ask this question a lot, like, how do I do this with this person? And my response is always just go tell them the truth.
Okay.
Like anything else is going to be just some conscious manipulation of some persona.
Okay. That's
Like,
fair.
just go be you and be like, hi, I want to be of service. I really do. And if that means we separate, fine, I'm willing to do that. But can we explore?
I suspect that your best angle is like, look, I have a suspicion that whoever you hire, no matter what, you're going to have some difficulty and rough patches.
so on the way here we were discussing about Facebook ads, and I'm trying to figure out what fucking pictures to use.
All right.
I don't know, dude. You have to like just go find random pictures of like goats and like
Men who
like
stare
a
at
goat,
goats.
like a goat perched on a vertical cliff, where it's like, how the fuck did that goat even get there? And then have your copy be like, want to know how I did it? Like, it's just like off the wall wacky type shit, you know? People are like, whoa, what, a goat? Look at this shit. Hey, look at this goat. It's on a mountain.
Okay, I like that. Want to know how I did it? Okay, what else? Saw like a really cool kind of evening picture of a city that you can't make out, but it's like blue with colorful light, like it just looks really enticing. And so like, what do you want?
Can't say that.
Can't say.
That's the type of shit you're not allowed to say.
What
And
do
I
you
don't
want?
know why you can't say that thing, what you just said.
What do you want?
Yeah, because you're not allowed to talk to them like that
On what?
on Facebook ads.
Want to know how I did it?
Like Facebook regulated or?
Yeah, Facebook will kill the ad if you're talking to the fucking viewer a certain way that exposes to that viewer potentially how they became targeted, or puts them in a box that makes them uncomfortable because Facebook has a diagnosis about them that they don't know. Facebook doesn't want customers seeing behind the curtain. And so
Yeah.
if you speak to people in a way that exposes their ad platform and how they got targeted, they don't want you saying that shit.
But I don't get how that exposes it.
Oh, that doesn't. But you're also not allowed to speak directly to a person in an ad.
Wait a minute. There's different kinds of sins, and there's like original and actual sin. And
Dude,
like that
don't be annoying with your specificity and your fucking clear boundaries of definition. Don't even. Don't even go there. I get labeled neurotic for having that kind of a conversation.
I think that's more of a reflection of our society than of you.
I know, I'm annoyed by it though. That's my reflection.
intelligence, right?
I'm intolerant.
You worked at Co-op.
Yes. And on my breaks, I would like just read Wikipedia articles about like different books in the Bible and who actually wrote them and who was influenced by what.
Oh my god.
He's speaking.
You shouldn't have been quiet when I.
Yeah, now you're all interrupting me, so I'm never going to do it again.
Yeah, see?
Good job, Rene. You blew it. You blew it.
So you read.
So many preconceived notions.
Isn't it wonderful? Human behavior.
Motherfuckers.